Hey guys, what's going on? Coming into the Friday morning video. I post daily at 8 a.m., so make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. This is one of my more popular stocks in the channel. It's actually, believe it or not, one I don't currently own, but I am interested in, and it is on my watch list. So if this is a stock you follow or interested in, I like, obviously making videos on any updates or new thoughts or any big things in the market, when I buy, when I sell. If you haven't watched my channel yet, I am primarily a growth investor. That's what I like focusing, and I believe in long-term investing too. So, really it's growth, long-term investing. I feel like that's the best way to gain wealth because in my opinion, I've tried alternative ways to play the market. Personally, hasn't worked out for me. In short term, it did sometimes, and sometimes it really didn't, to where I lost all my gains. So I took a different approach, and that's why I do long term now. It's been working out for me. So today I want to talk about Ehang, ticker EH, and I also briefly want to talk about what the president said today about the capital gains tax and all that stuff. I'm going to make it really quick. I might make a video this weekend in more detail about it. I don't know if that's going to interest you guys, but if it does, let me know in the comments below saying, hey, want your thoughts on what you think is going to happen with the tax, and I'd be happy to make a video if you guys are interested in that. However, it's primarily going to be on Ehang. So today it closed, or yesterday, excuse me, it closed at $26.35. So it actually did tick up. The market was really green yesterday in the early evening / afternoon, and then when the president did the press conference and broke kind of that news, the market did a complete 180, and then it went negative. I think it closed at like 1% to down S&P 500. So it was up, then it went completely negative. So it did a complete 180. However, it didn't drop that much. So my thoughts in short are a lot of people don't think it's going to happen, or if it does change when the bill gets created, it's not going to be that full amount, 43%. Like, I don't think it's going to go from 20 to 43 personally. But in short, that's what I think. I can make a video on my thoughts in detail, again, if you guys are interested in that. So anyways, this stock actually closed up yesterday. So found that very interesting. It might just be because it's a Chinese, based stock. So it doesn't really affect, well, it does affect, but not directly affect if, it's not a US based company. So I don't think it affected as much as what I'm getting at. So would I buy Ehang at, am I going to buy Ehang at $26.35? I'm not, but it's on my watch list. And I did say in my previous video, if it does get to the teens or even like, the mid to low teens, I'd be very, very, very interested in starting a position. There are still a lot of things going on with this stock. They did just recently report earnings, and it wasn't the best, but I also take earnings on other country, they're not as regulated as much, so they can be a little fluffed. So I take them with a grain of salt. However, I do think these earnings were a little more accurate, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I do kind of believe where they're at and like what they're doing based on the backers they have on, who invests in this company. Like a lot of Europe, big in Europe, they really invested heavy on Ehang. So they're not going to throw billions and billions and billions of dollars into a company that they don't believe in, or it's like, a scam or fake or something like that. So they do have some big backers in other countries. So the class action lawsuit that came out a couple, months ago at this point, it did end 4-9. So that is, I think, good because the class action, it stopped. So you can't file to get in it. I believe you had to have over 6 figures into the stock in order to even get into the class action lawsuit. Obviously, that's never a good thing. I saw in the comments from, the last video I made at Ehang, people were like, oh, well, it's fake, or, oh, they're just trying to ruin their reputation. Like, good or bad, real or not, it's just not good to have this behind your name regardless. Like, if you think it's completely fake and phony and they're just trying to ruin the stock, I mean, that's fair, so be it. However, having this linked to your company anyway is just not good, period. And it's going to make people panic and sell out of the stock. So I'm assuming the people that are saying that were probably buying in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and now you're down to $26, so you're out half your money at least. So I get why people are saying that because they don't want everyone to run out, but I'm glad I do not own this stock currently. I would like to see where this lawsuit, I don't know how long it's going to go or what it's going to do, but I'd be curious to see when, you know, they get the conclusion of this and what pans out on that. However, like I said, if it goes to the teens, I might just put a little bit of money in and you know, guess what? If I lose half my money or all my money, it is what it is. It's going to be a very small position. But if it goes up to $80, $90 again one day, like that's great. I'm 9xing or 8xing my money. I'll gladly do that. So earnings did come out. They reported less earnings than expected. So that's never a good sign. There's probably a lot of side things going on with obviously the pandemic and all that stuff and supply issues, work issues. So like you can't really knock them that much in my eyes because there's a lot going on. There's material issues everywhere, shipping issues, container issues, like everything you name it. So it doesn't really surprise me. So they reported last quarter $8.4 million and they were expected 9.2. So that's about a 9-10% difference. So that's not really good if you're not meeting expectations. So that's not good, but it doesn't like terrify me. But yeah, so I mean, it's just a very interesting stock. I do like it, and I obviously like keeping up on it. But if I own it now, no. Do I plan on buying it around this price? No. But yeah, that's my thoughts. So taxes, real quick. So the president today said he wanted to make capital gains tax like 43% and some change. Right now, it's at 20. So that's a massive jump. I mean, that's huge, and I think that ruffled the feathers today in the market because some people were like, well, shit, like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to pay that much. I mean, that's significant. Like, if you make, let's just say you make $100,000. Well, let's just say you make $1 million a year, right? So you fall, I don't know the details because the bill wasn't completely like written yet, but I believe it's for people that make over 400 or $1 million, I heard. So let's just say you make $1 million, right? And, you're getting taxed $200,000. Well, this you're getting taxed, a good bit, $430,000. And that's a $230,000 difference just in taxes per year. So that limits your ability to reinvest and, apply your money elsewhere or do whatever you want to do to grow, your wealth. So for very, very wealthy people, they're going to pull their money out, obviously, and then put it elsewhere. They could put it in real estate. They could put it in a treasury bond. They could put it in, whatever. They could buy a house over, in another country. Like, dude, they can do whatever they want with it. So that really like hurts the market in general, especially for like us younger generation people. Most of the people that watch my channel, according to my analysis, section, you guys are all under the age of 40 in general. So anyone under 40, it's definitely gonna, it's gonna hurt us because we don't have this. Most of us don't have this much money yet. It doesn't impact us. However, if it hurts the market and we're playing it, well, guess what? It hurts us a lot too. So again, I can make a video more in depth about that if you guys are interested. But yeah, so that wasn't the best news today. However, in short, I don't think it's going to be 43%. If you're like, oh my God, I'm scared, I'm going to sell all my shares, all my stocks to snap for this bill passes, like, I wouldn't do that. It's really just a feeler right now. I think they're trying to reach for the moon, but they're going to fall somewhere in between. And even if it does happen, like, it doesn't scare me. I mean, I'm a long-term, another reason why you should be a long-term investor. If you're a long-term investor, like, by the time you actually pull your money out and, if you're in good fundamental companies, this doesn't even really matter, honestly. Like, if you're buying Tesla, like, I own Tesla, I don't plan on selling it for a decade, most likely. So, like, I don't care what the capital gains tax is short-term, personally. Now, if I was an option trader, a day trader, a swing trader, or something like that, yeah, that matters a lot. So it's just all perspective. So yeah, so that's all I got. Ehang, definitely still on my watch list. Taxes, I can make a video maybe this weekend. And yeah, I'm trying to get to 400 subs by the end of this week. So if you could, I'm almost there. Just hit the subscribe button, like, comment below, and that's it. Peace.